Excel has a whole bunch of functions that allow us to deal with dates, and I'll run through some of the most popular ones here. I have real dates in column A. Let's say that we need to find a date that's 30 days past the date in column A. Well, the great thing about dates, remember that Microsoft stores dates as the number of days since January 1st, 1900. Every day is equal to 1. So if we need to go 30 days from a date, it's very simple. The equal sign, point to A2 plus 30. Believe it or not, that's the right answer. It's just not formatted correctly. This is the frustrating thing with dates. Lots of times you'll get exactly the right formula and exactly the right answer, just the wrong format. Go to the home ribbon, and from the number drop-down, change to short date. Because there's 31 days in January, 30 days after the 22nd is February 21st. We'll double-click the fill handle to copy that down. Another function that's useful in dates is the date function. In the date function, you have to specify a year, a month, and a day. If we want to figure out the date that the month started, we can use the date function, equal date. Excel wants the year, and so I need to copy the year from A2. I'm going to use another function here called the year function. So I ask for the year of A2, and now Excel wants to know what month. Again, I'll use the month of A2. And now Excel wants to know what day. Simple enough, it's the 1st. Closing parenthesis, Control Enter. Again, we have the right answer and the wrong format. Now at this point, I realize I'm going to be entering dates all across this worksheet. Let's just format the whole worksheet as dates. To select all cells in the worksheet, we click this blue box to the left and above cell A1. That selects all of our cells. Now in the number drop-down, choose short date. Everything else that we enter in this worksheet will now be evaluated as a date. Choose cell C2, double-click the fill handle to copy the formula down. Now if we would like to convert the date in A2 to a month, there's a couple of ways to do that. The first way, and I'll have to admit it's sort of cheating, is just to enter a formula that says equal A2 and then go to Format Cells. The fast way to get to Format Cells is to click the More icon at the bottom of the number group. Format this cell to look like a month. March 01 is the example. Click OK, and when I copy the formula down, it will now convert all of my dates into something that looks like a month. I have to warn you though, if you're later using subtotals or any kinds of date calculations, Excel is truly storing not June 07, it's storing June 16, 2007. The proper thing to do is to use the date function again. This is basically the exact same formula that we typed in C2, so we need the year of A2, the month of A2, the number 1. Format that result as a month. Control 1 to access Format Cells, scroll down, and use March-01. Double-click the fill handle to copy. The next one is a little bit harder than the beginning of the month. We have to figure out the end of the month. I remember a great argument that broke out one day about the best way to do this. People started saying, well, we have to check and see what month it is. If it's a month that has 31 days, then we'll use 31. If it's a month that has 30 days, we use 30. And then if it's February, we have to figure out if it's a leap year or not, and 1900 is not a leap year. And someone walked up and said, wait, you guys are doing it completely wrong. Use the date function. Equal date will take the year of A2, the month of A2, but I'm not going to type the comma yet. I'm going to add 1. So I'm actually moving ahead to the next month, and then the 1st of the next month. In this particular case, it will give me February 1st, 2008. From February 1st, it's just a matter of subtracting 1 day, so I'll put -1, to move back to the last of the month. Double-click the fill handle, and it works perfectly, whether it's a leap year or not. You'll notice in row 11, we have February 4th, 2007. It knows that that February has 28 days. If we would change that to be February 4th, 2008, it would know that that February had 29 days. Now, I hear what you're saying. How does it work in December? Take a look at December. This function is asking Excel to take the year 2007, the 13th month, the first day, and subtract 1 from it. Well, amazingly, the date function is perfect at handling that. You can do something crazy, like ask for the year 2007, the 43rd month of that year, and the 300th day, and Excel will understand what you're talking about. Excel started from the year 2007, added 43 months, and then added 300 days and calculated the right date. The date function is fantastic. Now, in old versions of Excel, there was something called the Analysis Tool Pack. The Analysis Tool Pack has 89 functions, and the problem was that some computers had the Analysis Tool Pack turned on, and other computers had the Analysis Tool Pack turned off. A lot of companies said, hey, you are not allowed to use any of the 89 functions in the Analysis Tool Pack because we don't want problems as we go from computer to computer. In Excel 2007 now, they've enabled all 89 of those, and they're part of the core Excel. Thus, you're able to start using the EO month. It stands for end of month. You have to specify a start date. So we want to start from January 22nd. And we can even specify the end of the month several months away. But in this case, I don't want to move any months away, so comma 0. EO month is a much faster way of doing the formula we did in column F. Of course, the gotcha is you have to make sure that you're not sharing this workbook with anyone who has an old version of Excel and has not installed the Analysis Tool Pack. Excel does a great job of giving us many different functions for handling dates. There's a couple of great new date functions in the Analysis Tool Pack. Let's go on to the next worksheet to take a look at those.